Hello guys, and welcome to another video. And in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys about printing and variables. So let's get started. So first thing that we need to do is make our first script. So to make a script, go to workspace and then click the arrow next to the workspace here, and then click script, or you go to model and then click script. So let's delete this, and to create our first variable you need to write local and then space. So local is to create a variable, and then you give your variable a name. Make sure to have a space here, or else it will give you an error. So I'll name my variable first variable. And now we have our variable created, and now we have to set our variable to something. So in this case I'm going to set my variable to a number, so space and then type equal. So equal is you setting your variable to something. So I'm going to set my variable to a number. I'll set it to 5. Okay, so we have our first variable. Now we have to print it. Printing is basically you just write a text or something in the output. It doesn't do anything to your game. It just help you find error in your scripts easier. So let's press enter, and then to print you do print, and then you put 2 parentheses, so it will automatically put the other one for you if you type in the first one. So to print this variable you do print, and then in the parentheses you do first variable or whatever your variable's name is. So in this case mine is first variable. It will show this for you, so you can like type faster. You can press tab, it will automatically write this for you. So yeah, so if we run this it will print 5 because we set our variable to 5. And as you can see, 5. So yeah, now I want to set my variable to something else. So I'm going to create a part here and name this part variable part. And go back to our script. And now I want to set our variable to this part here. So to do that you do game.workspace. So whatever in this tab in Explorer, it's called game. So to get the service you do game dot and then the name. So you do game.workspace, or you can do workspace. It will count as workspace. Or there's actually another way. You can do game colon is the 2 dots, and then you do get service, and then 2 parentheses, and then in this parentheses you will write 2 quotation mark. So, and then you write the service, and see there's a bunch of service here. You don't have to worry about them. I'll go through them in a different tutorial. So you see workspace, you press tab, and yeah, you have your workspace. So to get our part, which is in workspace, you do dot, then your part name. So dot variable part. And as you can see, it's here. So if we print this out, it will print the name of the part, which is variable part. Let's run this. You will see variable part. That's because we set our variable to this part in workspace. So meaning that the part is the child of the workspace and the workspace is the parent. So to get the child of a parent, you do dot. But what if in your part's name has space between the words like this, like that? So in script you can't write space between words, so Roblox will get confused. What is this part here? Like, what the heck is it? So because you can't write a space between 2 words or a name, so you have to do, instead of dot, you hold shift and then press the square parentheses, this parentheses. Okay, and then you put quotation mark and then the part name. So if your part name has a space between the words, then you will have to do is put the square parentheses instead of dot, then put quotation marks, and then put your part name. So if we run this, it will print variable part. Okay, so sorry if it's a little bit confusing, but I'm trying my best to explain it to you guys. So there's actually another way of printing, is warn. The same way like print, but warn is, instead of white text, it will print to the output yellow text. So I'll put in first variable and then run. You see it will print variable part but in yellow text. So yeah, that's what printing does and variable does. And one more important thing, if you want to write notes in your scripts, then normally you would do like this, like blah 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 in here, and if you run it, it will give you an error. because Roblox Studio doesn't know what is this. So to write notes in your script, you have to do 2 minus or dash, and then you write whatever you want here, like that. If you have like 2 minus in front of your text, then Roblox won't go through this. If we run this, it won't give us an error because we have commented that out. So this is a comment. Okay. So yeah, and that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, then put a like. If you don't, then put a dislike. Or if you want to watch upcoming tutorials, then subscribe, and see you in the next tutorial.